voice their opinion as to what they thought of EXPO through the 6 months and any funny times that they may have had. Come this way and we'll go take a tour of EXPO.
Exactly. I've turned into a moron by this time of the afternoon.
Do you boys ever do any work?
I love their Uncle Arthur.
One of the more interesting phenomena here at the EXPO site. Well, this is the Russell Street entrance up here. What we're speaking about is this new breed of animal which seems to have come into existence since the beginning of the EXPO. It's called the Russell Street lemming. Here they go through this gate over this way, almost certainly never to return through this very gate. Unless, of course, if it wasn't for another species which has occurred since the beginning of the EXPO called the yellow canary. These yellow canaries realised that just one moment, that the lemmings are actually visually impaired because they can't notice this sign over here which warns them that they shall never go through that gate, never to return, unless, of course, they get left-hand stamped with invisible pass-out. The canaries, having realised that they are visually, however not orally impaired, try to warn them as they are going out through this would-be gate of no return by using a PA system that almost definitely is deafening in its use. We'll just try and get these lovely canary ladies to give us a demonstration. Just one minute. It's over from Richard Rabbitborough over to the Tucker Man. Bye, kids.
Tucker Man Pete here. We've come to visit EXPO and I'm just going to show you a few of the basic things you're going to need to survive. First of all, you need your trusty accreditation badge. The second thing you always need when you're out in the outback, and that's warmth. Food and warmth is what we're about. Warmth comes from. What you do is you go through the gates, get off one of the friendly tent, often too friendly. You get a couple of these free EXPO programs. Don't worry about asking for X1. They're quite happy to give them to you. Here we go. Next, you find yourself a good campsite. That's what we do. We get some of these good creek-fed rocks. Arrange them in a circle. We don't want to create an EXPO fire. You get a couple of these free complimentary programs. You put them in your campsite like this. That's right, folks. Just scratch them up like that. Get them nice and loose because you're going to get the sparks in there. That's what you're going to do. Often takes a good deal of practice. Get it. Oh, cut this scene. Just come this way, folks. That's right. Now the other thing we were talking about warmth, and we got that taken care of. Just put that old pocket accreditation back on and come this way. We're after sustenance. That's right. You've just arrived at EXPO. You're feeling a little bit thirsty, a little bit hungry. Come over this way. Now the best way to pick up a free meal at EXPO. That's right. Space junk. That's right. There's a virtually sustaining meal in every bit of these. Just take a look in there. That's right. Lots of sustenance in that. Look at these feet. And if you can't pick up your free program, you can always go to the bin. That's for your fire. Now, there's something. There's something that I'd like to show you, ladies and gentlemen. That's notice in the bottom of this cup. There's dregs in the bottom of every cup in every bin. Now, if you go to a bin and pour the dregs of every cup into one cup. Pretty soon, you'll have got yourself a substantial drink. Now, notice how much is there? Now, look, yeah, that's enough to survive at least half an hour at EXPO. Of course, there are. If you get right into it and start to really rummage, you'll find things like this. The end of an ice cream. Now, that will sustain you for a complete lunch hour, all right? Come this way and I'll show you another way of obtaining food out here in the wild EXPO outback. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you're feeling a little bit pushed, it's the bush. It's the outback. You've got your programs. A very soft program. Very useful, these things. Make sure you get a handful when you come through the gates. Now that we've had a kip, come down here, pay the way to get a free meal. Now, if you're inconspicuous enough and just sort of stand around one of these novelty shops for long enough, you're going to be able to do this. Nobody's going to notice whatsoever, and you'll have yourself a free cup of Coke. Hey guys, what's happening? What's going down here at EXPO? This is your typical example of a hard-working expo person. See, we do it great in the sunshine today, and Mark is here to prove it. Say hi.
Minasan, konnichiwa, EXPO へよくいらっしゃいました。今日はいい日なので、ぜひ来てください。
Hope you have a fun day. See you soon. Ross is up the other end of the gate if you want to catch him quick. Just up there.
I told you once, I've told you a million times. Put that big thing down, okay? Hi, kids. What do you want me to do? You know, I could do anything. Like, I could call to my supervisor. Hey, Greg, could you come here? I've got problems on this gate. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, this is the pass-out gate, folks. If you want to come back in again, notice I'm directing everything to them and not to you, okay? Now, you've got to remember to do that. If you want to come back in again, you have to get a pass-out stamp. It'll be ultraviolet, it'll be invisible, and apart from that, you won't be able to see it. Notice that you'll need a wide-angle lens if you want to really manifest your own existential, realistic perspective. Is that true? Oh my God, the entire screen went up and down. You know why we do this? That's right, become locationally adept. To become locationally adept. Hang on, I'm needed. Madam, I beg your pardon?
While I've got a chance to say hello to everybody, I'd like to say I've loved working with you all.
I'm the second most beautiful girl here at EXPO, and I've got the second biggest smile.
So let's do it again sometime, okay?
Hello, EXPO. Hello, Auntie Lorraine. I'm so proud to be working at EXPO. Thanks, Auntie Lorraine.
Ready? And begin. And rip. And stand. And rip. And stand. And rip. And stand.
Welcome to EXPO, Ariat. We're so glad you could come to EXPO, Ariat, today. We're just lucky to keep moving to your left, right over here. And, you know, you get a your left wrist, stamp on your left inside wrist, you get around to the stamp, okay? It's lovely to see you.
The plane. Have a look at the plane up there. Welcome to EXPO 88. I think it's really great here.
start here. Hold on, we're just trying to interview one of those people. No, that lady with the red hair, she's doing really well. Now the Racing Pacific here coming up on the fast. Oh no, he's slowed down his driver. Here we go, we'll just try and interview someone. Excuse me, you just on television here? Are you? Excuse me, sir, would you like to say a few words?
Having a good day? 10:30 in the morning.
See you later. This is great. This is great.
5:30 at EXPO. Suppose you want a Steve too.
No, we want to get the movie.
It's your ugly dog. Smokes? No, just like the general public.
Season passes, please come this way. To have 3-day or 1-day tickets, you need to be on the other side of the rope.
Excuse me, where do you go if you've got a season pass?
Just straight up here, thank you.
You're not upset that I asked you that question?
No, I'm not.
Like, where was that again?
Fuck you, please.
EXPO 88. Want to buy a cheap season pass? Have you enjoyed your work at EXPO?
Yeah, absolutely. Stimulating.
We're at EXPO Outback, and if you want to really get stick here at EXPO, this is the place to go. Right over here, Morris Inn, staff catering. We'll do a walkie. Now look at this gentleman here. We've got this is genuine Morris food, and it's not to contain less than 1,000 different bacterial sorts ready to upset your stomach. That's right, all the stuff coming in here and they get upset tummies, don't work for a couple of days, collect sick pay. Bad diarrhea. Beef roll over here. This gentleman's not even game to touch it. He's just bought it and sat it in front of himself so that he just can look at it and feel sick. Notice the long length of the spoon so that the attendant doesn't get anywhere near the food, so it's not going to be contaminated with the bacteria. They're known to have sat there for at least 3 days. They're not allowed to be in the pan unless they've sat there for at least 3 days.
It enhances the flavour.
That's right, it enhances the flavour. You've got potato chips. They use powdered potato in these potato chips. They're not real potatoes, they're powdered.
What about the chicken wings?
Chicken wings. You may think they're chicken wings, folks, but really, they're rabbit's legs. They're not chicken at all, they're rabbit.
Reporting for World Expo 88, the name's Russell Darling, and I'm talking to patrons as they happen to be walking along, nonchalantly, mind you, wherever they are. Come here, excuse me, madam, we're going to be interviewing you, and we're going to be asking you, excuse me, madam, I've already spotted you. Spotted, get the pun there, it's pretty good. Madam, I've already spotted you, come here, I have something to ask you. Now, I want to find out what your perception, her perception, of World Expo 88 is. Can you tell me in 25 words or less, first of all, why you love me? Darling?
I'm camera shy.
You're what? Pam who? What was your number? Having a look at one of the infamous Expo attendants, Eugene. Look at his cute bum. Zero in on it, babe, because this is where it's happening. Excuse me, Eugene. Excuse me, could you take the microphone for just a second? This is Eugene. He's one of the infamous and most loved Expo attendants on site. Eugene, take a look at this man, for example. If he came up to you and asked you a question, how would you respond? We're going to see an on-the-spot fine or something. Sir, could you ask Eugene a question? What would you ask him? Just...
What do we ask?
Yeah, sort of ad-lib a bit, baby. Go with the flow, man.
How many people have been here today?
Now, the question was, how many people do you have behind you? Note. Accreditation has just been beeping, and that means that this person's no longer employed here. Excuse me, sir. What's your perception of no longer being employed at World Expo 88 and having a multiple of beeps happening? Sir, excuse me, sir. What's it like to wear a uniform like that?
No,
could you tell me? No, come on. No. Now, do you fancy yourself as a policeman or a role model? Kids, remember that. He could, in fact, be a role model. Let's have a look at Debbie. Now, Debbie's the woman over here. Hi, Deb. How are you?
Terrible.
Keep your dirty mind to yourself, babe. Excuse me.
Yes.
Piss off. No, just kidding, of course, guys, as always. Debbie, do you really like working at World Expo 88? Is it really all what it's meant? What's the word? All that it's Cracked up to be. That's the word, cracked up to be. Deb, over to you.
Of course it's not, Russell.
Of course it's not Russell, but I'm telling you, it is Russell, because that's the reason we're here, folks. We've got, excuse me, sir, look at this, he's got some steel-o on his head. Sir, what's it like to have steel-o on your head? Do people grab your hair and rub it in dishes like that, so like knives and forks? They do, don't they? All right, have you ever tried something different on your head that would make it a lot more volume, a bit biffant, okay? Now what you should do is work from the roots out to the ends. Now, a bit of L'Oreal really goes down well, and so does he, I bet. Kidding. All right, let's have a look at this, man.
We want you on a gate. We need you urgently on a gate.
Look at that.
It's really busy. Look.
Look at that, folks. And I'm in civvy clothes, baby. Come with me. Come here. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you what happened to your hair? Don't worry about it. All good men come out. He's gone now. Excuse. We won't follow him any further, I don't think. Nonetheless, let's go this way. Hi there, sir. 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 Sorry about I didn't mean to grab the cord. Sorry about that, kids. Let's look around just a bit further. Excuse me, madam. What was it like waiting in line for so long? Can I ask you where you're from?
Waited 2 minutes.
She only waited 2 minutes. And isn't it great working at the World Expo? Because you only wait 2 minutes, then wash. Excuse me, madam.
Just about to approach the exit of here at World Expo 88. I'm just about to ask a few people as to what they thought. Excuse me, madam in the white hat. Madam in the white hat, going out, once, going out twice, going out 3 times. Excuse me, madam in the hat. We're wondering what you thought of World Expo 88 today. Well, that's true, and I thought that's the way I thought about it when I first came in here. Ladies and gentlemen in the hat, come over here. Let's have a talk about what you thought of World Expo 88.
Oh, mate, it was just an unbelievable experience. I've never seen anything so good, so big, and quite so...
Strange.
It's just camera here, is it, or what? You know, like,
so
got the film rolling.
You did enjoy it? You did enjoy it? I'd love to talk to the lady. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Young lady, old lady, medium lady, come over here. I can't see you because you've got your glasses on. That's okay. Leave them on. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, here we go. All right. Away we go. Madam, can you tell us your name?
Julie.
Pardon?
Julie?
Pardon?
Julie?
Oh, Julie. Would you just said that the first time? Julie, what did you think of World Expo? Look at it out there. Look at it. Look at that big needle. Did you like the big needle? Did you like the beautiful big things?
I love big things.
Why do you love big things? Can you be a little bit more specific?
What is this anyway?
It's called You Are Embarrassed.
We'd like to thank Mark especially for being the gay tutor of Expo. A very ingenious character, very notable for his Bill Collins performances.
Didn't it remind you something of a Doris Day, maybe? That was wonderful. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. And we'll see you at the next Expo in Seville Square. And it was just really wonderful.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a